This is a study by the University in the United States. So in the circles, these are some of the ASEAN countries. Let's not worry about where your country are positioned currently. This is only based on one research, but I think what we need to concern more is actually on what are the actions that we're going to take to basically maintain or move each of the country and up to a more better position. So in terms of the current scenario when it comes to digital economy within the ASEAN countries, you can see some of the countries already have initiatives. Example like in Philippines, there's a Digital Transformation Strategy 2022, Indonesia 4.0, there's of course Singapore Smart Nation, Thailand also looking into digital economy, and in Malaysia we have been addressing some of these challenges when it comes to digital economy through, of course, first of all, our Multimedia Super Corridor program back in 1996. And I think recently we're also talking about Industry Forward, how do we actually address the fourth industrial revolution. And we have also now the Digital Free Trade Zone, and whereby we want to actually help the micro, small, medium enterprises and to not just sell within the country, but to also be able to export their product and produce to other countries in the world. So let me start with this. Okay, so if let's look at ASEAN as a whole instead of talking about a single country. So if ASEAN is a single economy, and the GDP of the ASEAN countries combined will be the 5th largest in the world. We have a great potential to go in terms of digital economy with our sizable and demographics. ASEAN's digital economy currently is estimated at around 7% of the GDP, and 16% for China, and 27% for the EU, and 35% for the US. So in terms of potential, I think there's a lot more potentials that has not been unlocked and explored by members of the ASEAN countries. Of course, we're also seeing now, and there's a lot more startups coming from the ASEAN countries, such as, of course, Gojek, Grab, Lazada. Razer is one of the payment for esports, and there's a lot more. And I think one of the other opportunities is also in the area of tourism, powered by digital technologies. So ASEAN is a very unique and special region. So there's a lot of things that combine together, and if you don't look at from the perspective of a single country, we can create that kind of like corridor whereby everybody would then participate in this supply chain and benefit from each other. So over here I'm sharing one example when it comes to Estonia, a country in the world. Of course, Estonia is a smaller country, and when it comes to them adopting digital technologies to accelerate and provide avenue for more effective government services, and they are normally being referred to. They have basically embarked on some of the key initiatives, and example like their own National Digital ID, which is a key enabler that unlock a lot of digital economic potentials. So digital ID is one of the things that I think most countries are now looking at in terms of making or fueling and empowering a more efficient digital economy applications to actually take place. Okay. There's of course there's other things like in Estonia they're able to make certain things mandatory. And when it comes to example countries like Malaysia, we have our own Digital Signature Act, but implementation-wise, I think we are not as advanced as Norway.
Three factors can contribute to the success of Estonia digital.
Okay, let me just share now some of the
future of
initiatives that we have been doing in Malaysia as an example of things that we've been trying to do to address the future of entrepreneurship. So this is a report from the World Economic Forum back in 2016. So we talk about Industry 4.0. So this report came out in 2016 talking about the future of jobs, employment, skills and workforce strategy for the fourth industry revolution. Of course, when people talk about IR 4.0, many people use or like to highlight that there will be elimination of jobs. So people will be losing jobs and people need to raise skills. Okay, but this report actually highlighted and how can we actually leverage on this digital or in terms of some of the models that should be leveraged to basically create new economic opportunities. So there's few areas of technologies that was identified, already taking effect, and in future will be further changing the landscape. So this is another report by the National Freelancer Union in the United States, and in terms of the changing trend when it comes to especially the youth. So youth in the US, for example, and for example, there was a report in the UK. 21% of the first class graduates actually choose to become freelancers. So out of actually 50% of final year graduate students who actually think that or decide that within the next 3 years they will choose to be freelancers. And so there's a lot of data showing that when it comes to the youth, they don't want to be attached to a single employer. Instead, they want to offer their skills to multiple employers. And the internet and digital technologies actually enables that to happen. In the US, 50% of the workforce is estimated to be of freelancers or independent contractors. So we have this term now, gig workers, freelance workers, and of course independent contractors. These are now changing the landscape. These are all now powered by the internet. Okay. So in Malaysia, one of the programs that we've been doing is this Global Online Workforce Program. So through this program, what we envision is to actually export the Malaysian talents globally. So last time even currently we still have the issue of unemployed graduates. So the issue of unemployed graduates, if we try to basically match them against jobs within the local market, and the jobs within the local market has its limits. Some of the workers or graduates came from rural areas, places like Sabah, Sarawak, Borneo side, and even from the East Coast part of Malaysia. But if they have access to the internet and digital technologies, they can participate, become freelancer, and work from the comfort of their home. So these are the things that we've been doing since 2015, and now we should not only train people to be individual freelancers, but through this program we also group them, make sure that they are able to become a team and form what we term as a digital agency. So we have now many digital agencies because not all youth or not all people who can do programming knows how to communicate with the clients. So some of them need help. So they need to be in a team so that they can complement each other. These are some of the success stories. We have trained more than 30,000 individuals, mostly youth in Malaysia. And they are not limited to jobs coming from the local market. We have studied and we saw in terms of opportunity for the Asia Pacific region, and there's a lot of potential to export freelancers, not only for Malaysia, countries like Indonesia have own platform like Seribu Lancer. So these are platforms that are already exporting talents from this region to the world, especially to the North America and European region. So let's move to the one on product-based entrepreneurship. So we have this program called Adbs, which is basically creating a localized center for product aggregation and then pushing the product out to the market.
Facebook
So the rural micro SMEs, they lack knowledge in terms of e-commerce. So these physical small centers actually
em không làm bởi vì cái
put
bản
up
cái
basically
bản
address
video
the
đấy nó
challenges.
chưa hoàn thiện ở cái mobile lắm.
So this is the model where we profile
về
the
sau này
products.
em về
We have
ấy thêm
brand put on a digital commerce platform, and of course, I mean, we start off with social media or social marketing, and then we move on to
Profiling,
the other
branding,
marketplace
digital
platforms such as
commerce.
shopping. So this is basically the program, and we have with labeling and packaging, of course, getting some certification process, addressing some of the logistic challenges that they have, and through collaboration with other government agencies, we provide them access to incentives and funding. Okay, now, so I think we have seen a couple of examples in terms of entrepreneurship, service-based, and also when it comes to product-based. And I think let's imagine this is a couple of personas when it comes to maybe in 6 years' time. So just imagine this lady, she's a homemaker and also entrepreneur. So she's not only sitting at home taking care of her family, but she's also an entrepreneur herself. So there's I mean, we heard of 3D printer, but there will be 3D food printer. So you can order
3D food
and you can
printer
ask your printer
nghĩa là
to print
in ra
your
thức ăn
food.
luôn.
There's also drone.
Next start point,
A lot of people
IoT
are
sensor wearable,
looking forward for drone delivery,
healthcare.
autonomous vehicle. So there will be a couple of touch points here that I want to highlight. There will be IoT sensors for healthcare. There will be, of course, 3D printing for manufacturing, and education now can be done through virtual reality learning. E-commerce, of course, agriculture. So now people can farm or have a small farm behind their kitchen, and so basically using sensors, and then of course there's technology for transportation. This is Nora's husband. He's using, of course, AR assistant, augmented reality assistant, hologram. Same thing. This is another persona. So there's also a rise of digital currency, things like blockchain. And now people talking about e-wallets.
E-wallets.
There's also, of course, other things like drone. People talking about how can actually drone be used not only for delivery but also to transport human. This is another one. So, in terms of technology, last time people imagined that you only use computer or digital technology to communicate with one another, to exchange information. But now the digital technology has transformed, and now we have this digital economy, whereby a lot of economic activities are empowered and require the usage of digital technology beyond just communication. In terms of government's role, this would be my summary and last slide. I think the government need to basically play more important role in facilitating wealth creation in extremely connected and globalized world. So there are now cross-border trade happening, and people can be sitting in Jakarta but working for somebody in Kuala Lumpur, vice versa, and people can be say playing e-sport and from their country instead of having to go and say participate in SEA Games in places like Philippines, or you don't need to
Social
basically
media,
move to a
local
physical
cultural
location.
values, no
You can
new
even
problem, new
maybe in
dialogue.
the future have holographic or hologram meetings, something like we used to watch in the Star Wars, whereby the Jedi Council actually convene a meeting and everybody present in that room and through hologram technology. So, but of course, when it comes to digital technology, there are new challenges in terms of social well-beings and how do we actually protect local cultures and values. We are going to have also new challenges, new problems, new divides. We used to talk about bridging digital divide, but now the new divide is not about the issue of have not or have, and whether you have access or you don't have access to physical technology. It is going to be a different types of divides. We used to have this issue of people versus people, people versus machine, and in future we're going to have machine versus machine. So this is nothing to do with the movie, but these are real. And now people are all talking and challenging each other when it comes to the algorithm. So who can produce, who can write the best or a better algorithm than another person. So there's of course new forms of nation. So when it comes to the country itself, it might be small, but in terms of say individual or members of the country's citizens on Facebook, Google, and so last time we are limited by borders. So we are limited by say Malaysian borders, Singapore borders, but on Facebook, Google, or all these new social media, new medium, and we are all together as ASEAN. So it's different challenges, and people can talk about, say, now, or the Deputy Minister mentioned about Upin Ipin, Agent Ali. So these are things that are now going cross-border. So in Indonesia, people watch Upin and Ipin. In other countries, China also now we have Upin and Ipin. So of course it is a localized version, but it is something that brings citizens in the nations or from different nations together. So I think last couple of three areas that need to be looked at. Of course, there's still challenges when it comes to digital infrastructure. Digital industry, I think there's a lot of debate on how do governments, especially in ASEAN, and compete with the lack of Silicon Valley in helping and facilitating the growth of digital industry. And of course, finally, the digital inclusivity. How do we make sure our citizens participate and they participate and use technology for productivity purposes, not for social purposes. I think one of the challenges that we have in this region is to shift the pattern of research from using it for purpose of entertainment to for the purpose of productivity. Okay? With that, I thank you for